Welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician, and today we're going to be going into the Amazon tool deals, and we're going to be discussing the things that I've found for this week. These are either going to be items that are on sale, items that even at their full price or list price I believe to be good deals, or items I find interesting and would like your guys' input on if you guys have used them. So first up is the Permatex 85224. This is the Right Stuff gasket maker. This is the 7.5 ounce. You can get it in various different sizes if you're wanting to try it out, but not spend $28.58. It is down from a list price of basically $34. So it's not extremely cheap for a gasket maker or silicone, but it's also not expensive for what you get. This stuff is fantastic because it works really quickly and you have really good control over it. You get a nice even bead. You can control how fast or slow that bead is coming out. You can control its thickness, as well as you can also go slow enough to work your way around like bolt holes and stuff to seal all the way around it without, over excessively putting gasket maker or silicone down. It's just really easy to control. It has that nice little handle there. The more you pull it, the more it comes out. So once you kind of get that down, you can really get a good precise bead. And like I said, they do have various different sizes. They have this 3-ounce can. It's not going to come with the handle. I believe you just kind of push on the tip. So a little bit different style there. They have various different styles for various different sizes depending on what you get. But this is the one that I've been using the last few years, and I absolutely love this. So if you do any sort of mechanical work or whatnot that involves using gasket maker, this stuff I've been really, really pleased with. It does come with that cap on there, and it usually seals pretty well. There have just been a couple times where I've actually had to clean that tip out and kind of pull the dried silicone out of there. But other than that, it's been absolutely fantastic. I think at $28.58, it's fantastic. It's got 4.7 stars at 17,433 ratings. So if you're tired of using your standard tube of gasket maker and kind of getting heavy and thin beads, this is definitely something to consider. So let me know your guys' thoughts if you guys have used it. Next is the Gearwrench 1/4-inch drive standard impact metric socket set. This is a 14-piece set. It is 6-point. And keep in mind, all of these products we go over will be linked down in the description for you guys with their own independent links, so it's really easy to find. And then I'll have 2 additional links that say tools and tools continued. That's going to take you to a long list of tools that I've went over in the past or other tools that I suggest. So with this set, it is 14 pieces. The part number is 84907. It's running $30.55 right now, down from a typical price of $37.21. So quite a decent deal there. That's what you really want to look for, is when you see typical price and you get a good discount off of a typical price. That's usually a good deal. Now, when you see list price and a deal off of it, keep in mind 98% of the items on Amazon are never selling at their list price. You can still get good deals when it does say list price, obviously, but normally list prices, those products never sell at that actual price. So when you see something off of a typical price, that's usually the better deals. So 4.8 stars at 1,301 ratings, and you do have 4mm, 4.5, 5, 5.5, and then all the way up to 15mm without skipping a size. So you do get a full set here, including the half sizes and that 15mm for your 1/4-inch drive. Now, this is going to depend on what kind of work you do and what you prefer, but this is 1/4-inch drive impact. Either you're somebody that's going to use 1/4-inch impact all the time, or you're somebody that doesn't really use 1/4-inch impact at all. So if you are, I think this is a good set, a nice complete set with a rail for a decent price. They are chromoly, black oxide finish. They do have this laser etching, and then usually on the side over here, it will be stamped in. But I will say, with the Gearwrench impact socket sets, I have heard multiple things about the laser etching. Like mine are the older style. It doesn't have this Gearwrench logo. It's kind of the older printing or whatnot. Sometimes it can be really light, and then some of them are like double printed, and then some people have received 2 of the same sockets in the set. Gearwrench is very common for that, not just impact sockets, but their chrome socket sets too. I've actually had, I think it was the 1/4-inch chrome socket set that I bought years ago, came with like 2 9mm or 2 1/4 inches or something like that, and I was missing a size. They swapped it out, but it's kind of annoying that that's kind of a consistent thing with them, that you get 2 of the same socket, or you get kind of lazy laser etching. But other than that, as far as the quality of the sockets, I've never had an issue with any of mine. and they've held up really well. And I still think $30.55 down from a typical price of $37.21 is a good deal. So please let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments. Next up is one that I just saw. I like Sunex as a brand, and I prefer to just kind of stick with Sunex impact tools. They do a very, very good job with their impact stuff, and they usually have a really good price on them. They do have a decent selection of standard hand tools, and some of them are good deals, but a majority of them, you can find better stuff from other brands for about the same price. But I feel like Sunex has been releasing some new stuff, and I believe this is one of them. I could be wrong, not 100% sure on that, but this is a set that I have not come across before. Maybe it just wasn't sold on Amazon. I came across it a few times in just a couple of days, and it does have 4.3 stars at 15 ratings, so not a whole lot of ratings. And if you're one that likes the EVA foam tray, this is really nice. It's very well organized. It would probably take up less space if they stood them up instead of laying them down. So I understand if you're one that has room, these EVA foam trays are fantastic. But sometimes they just take up a little too much space, and not everybody can afford that space. So if you like the set, but the organizer doesn't work for you, you're probably better off just looking at another brand for a bit socket set, just because at that point you can just get a set in a blow molded case and put them on rails for about the same price, so you don't have to worry about that. So that's just my personal thoughts. Let me know your guys. This is $51.08, so I don't think this is priced bad. It's a 37-piece set. Definitely not the best deal out there, but it is new from Sunex, so I just wanted to mention it, kind of get your guys' thoughts on it. Once again, I like the Sunex impact stuff, but as far as their standard hand tools, I haven't used a whole lot of them. So you do get some Phillips, some posi drive, some hex, Torx, slotted, and I think those are tamper-proof Torx. Yeah, tamper-proof Torx down here at the bottom. So definitely a decent selection. These are all just, your standard length, no extra long or anything like that. But maybe we'll see more release from them. But I would really like your guys' input and thoughts on this set down in the comments. And last up is a product or organizer that I've mentioned a couple times in the past. I actually did a video on it. I have this organizer, and I absolutely love it. I've ran a lot of different organizers in the past: Erens, other Tekton organizers, Ulsa, Erens, the Toolbox widget, many others. And this is by far my favorite wrench organizer. This is kind of like a much better toolbox widget, in my personal opinion. I like the toolbox widget. I know people have had issues with them in the past, and their pricing isn't the greatest. So I think this is a really good improvement upon like the toolbox widget kind of idea. This is modular. It's a little bit wider. They sit at a slight angle, so you can still fit these in shallow drawers, but obviously only up to a certain size wrench. But you can fit it in a drawer from front to back, or however you like, to maximize space and minimize clutter, really. It works really well. You can get these from Erens for a couple dollars cheaper. Now this typical price is $22. It is down to $20, so a little bit of savings there. I think that's basically what Erens sells them for. It might be $18. Not 100% sure. If you're really interested, make sure to double check with Erens. Go ahead and check out their website. These are also the non-magnetic. You can get them in red or black from Tekton. You can get them in a few other colors from Erens. I think they also offer blue, if I remember correctly, and you can get them with or without magnets. Now, I will say, if you have a rubber liner in the bottom of your drawer and you at least have a wrench or two on these organizers are not going anywhere. They have little L-shaped teeth on the bottom of them that really kind of dig into that rubber mat. Magnets not necessary. Now, if you're going to go mobile in a work van or truck or anything like that, the magnetic ones might be better for you. Or if you don't have drawer liners and you don't plan on getting drawer liners, then the magnetic ones may be better for you. But I just love how modular these are and how well they're designed with the angle and the width. They just work really, really well. And they do have stickers that you can put on here, but honestly, they lay it about the perfect angle to where you don't have to like physically get down and look. Like the toolbox widgets, the ones that are perfectly straight up and down, you kind of got to get down because they're identifiers. You don't get all sizes, plus you had to pay for the little tabs that go in the top. So even though these stickers are not the best way, it is the best for a modular organizer like this, just because There's really no other way to do it. You're literally clipping together however many of these you want. You don't want them pre-labeled because then it'd just be a pain in the butt. I honestly don't even put the stickers on. Shoot, if you wanted to, you could just use a marker and write the size on there and be done with it. But I don't use anything. I can perfectly see the size of the wrench just with the slight angle that they sit at. So, but there you can kind of see how they sit in there at just a slight angle. They are resistant to high temps, high impacts, chips, cracks, scratches, dents, fuels, grease, cleaners, and solvents. Here in each corner, you do have basically an L shape right along this edge that will bite into that liner, and you can kind of see it down here next to me. But once again, if you guys are really interested in this, I do have a full video on them in organizing some wrenches in my drawer. Here's just the specifications on it. And don't forget, if you guys have a Tekton account, which is free to join, and you have rewards points or rewards money, I guess, you can use that to get this for even cheaper. But once again, double check with the Erens website to see if you can get a better deal there. But I think $20 for this 20-piece set is a really good deal. And actually, the bigger the set that you buy, the better deal that you get. So this 40-piece set, it drops down to $35. So normally it's $1 per. Once you go up to the larger set like this 40, you're saving $5. And then once you go up to the 80-piece set, it's $65. So you're saving $15 there. Really, really good organizers. And I'll probably be purchasing more of them to finish out my wrench store and just switch to these just because that is how much I like them. So that is it as far as this week's Amazon tool deals. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, all of these products will be linked down below, as well as the 2 additional tool links. If you guys are interested, check those out. That's all there for you. But if you guys enjoyed, make sure to smash that thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.